Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of the MTG Arena Run. Today we're going to continue where we left off. Well, we've already finished all the stock decks. We finished the 10 dual color decks, we finished the 5 monocolor decks. In fact, the 5 monocolor decks were finished back when it was before the rotation, I came up with several versions, one that was not rotation safe and one that was rotation safe. And I figured it was a good time to revisit the rotation safe ones now that we've actually got some new cards. Actually, it's looking like that a lot of the decks we're going to go through will be changed significantly. Guilds of Ravnica came up with a lot of good stuff. So let's dive right into this one. We're going to start with white. It was originally Tactical Assault. It was a basic white weenie deck, though it had a big top end. So we're gonna fix that one a bit. And this one benefited quite a lot. I'm not so sure if I'm gonna go to blue next because I am missing a lot of the rares and I don't have that many wild cards. We're still waiting on those excellent drafts. Maybe I could get some cards there. Wishful thinking, but we'll see. So first off, we're gonna take a look at the deck. This one's first note, 23 lands only, because we have managed to squeeze a lot of our drops into 1s and 2s. So first off, picture card Hazada Marshal, 1/1 that creates 1/1s if you attack with enough creatures. Healer's Hawk, 1/1 flying lifelink. Leonin Vanguard, 1/1 that might become a 2/2 and give you life if you have 3 or more creatures. Legion's Landing creates a 1/1. What's with all with these 1/1s? Well, Sunhome Stalwart. Now, admittedly, making a 1/1 into a 2/2 is not a great leap. We could temporarily boost it with Moment of Triumph. I did consider putting in a few auras or equipment to boost the power, make this guy better, but my experience has been you don't need to constantly mentor. Mentoring once in a weenie deck, you should be able to overwhelm your opponent. That said, we can't go pure weenie. We do have a Johnny's Pride Mate. He can grow big and get swole by himself. We do need some control elements. So this is actually more aggro control rather than pure aggro. We'll go over the rest of the creatures first. So we have Mentor of the Meek to help us draw into cards. Militia Bugler draws us into a creature. Basically, this guy saved me a lot against matchups where the opponent had sweepers. Single Benelish Marshal to beef everyone up. I actually have a few other ways to beef up on the sideboard. And Leonin War Leader, 2 copies as my army in a can. Single Lyra Dawnbringer. This one's basically my ace of sorts. So those are all my creatures, but I have a decent control package with 2 copies of Seal Away, 2 copies Conclave Tribunal. Well, History of Benalia is more of another creature. Ajani buffs up the board. We have more control elements. The other 2 copies of Seal Away. Kinjali Sunwing basically clears the board for 1 turn, sort of. Sworn Companions if ever we need more creatures. This used to be Queen's Commission. Both of them are kind of the same, and I don't have a Vampire sub-team. More copies of Conclave Tribunal. This used to be Ixalan's Binding, but thank goodness that Celestia got Convoke. If there's one thing that's really great about this, being able to cast this earlier with your little dorky creatures. We still have Ixalan's Binding. This one really works against certain matchups. It will shut down several cards. Pride of Conquerors gives us a temporary boost. Sometimes this is all we need. The Ascend will help greatly, but not too necessary. And the mana base could be fixed up a bit. I am skirting with Disaster with 23 lands, but hopefully we have enough 1-drops to seal the deal. And most of the stuff I'm siding in is less than 5. Basically, just these guys. Though it's okay for a more controlling setup. I also have 2 copies to Settle the Wreckage just in case. I debated whether I should add Cleansing Nova here also, but that might be pushing the mana a bit. We'll see. So that's the deck. And we're going to submit ourselves to what... It might be great. It might be horrid. I did try out in competitive play. It might be worth a shot, but What's the fun in that? So let's turn on the deck list. Then let's submit our 1,000. Tactical assaults going in. And let's see if the sideboard tech works. Most likely we'll be fixing the sideboard tech even more. If I would probably make a link to the original deck. It had a lot of 2-powered 1-drops. Those are which are kind of decent in themselves. I suppose I could run those guys instead and drop the mentor package altogether. You could, admittedly, the mentor is just trying to be cute, but we do have a decent start. I'm probably not going to play the Memorial to Glory early. Let's try to get the 1-2 punch. We're not trying to cascade into mentor. We're just trying to get enough action. Admittedly, this is a bit action light, so drawing into lands does not help. This does help our Convoke. I debated putting a few of the white Convoke creatures, but it's not turning out that well. Opponent is currently Naya. I did run into a 5-color Nexus of Fate build a while ago, so that might be something. But they're running Arch of Araska, probably not that. Okay. Nice wipe, 2 for 1. So let's rebuild. So we're gonna go with Militia Bugler. Let's rebuild our board. Got a Healer's Hawk and an Abjani Pridemate. We'll go with the Hawk. Gives me an excuse to play the combo here, though it's... I'm scared of another... Okay, Circuitous... If I see any blue here, this is the... Oh no, there's no blue here. Okay, I'm legitimately confused. What's up? So... Definitely need to play the board. I'm actually scared to play the board now. If our opponent's willing to run Deafening Clarion, he's willing to run Cleansing Nova. That said, I will play this combo first. Probably should have played Memorial to Glory. Let's see our opponent 3-4-1 us this time. There's another Deafening Clarion. I'm starting to suspect I might need to put bigger creatures on the side in my sideboard. Well, let's see if he has a third one. I am not willing to empty this out though. One's paint colorless. Tomatic Compass. It's actually an interesting build. So far he's just played pure control. He hasn't really done anything except wipe my board several times. Yeah, I definitely need to have more creatures. Deafening Clarion's a thing? Well, let's be fair, it is a thing. And our opponent's definitely not playing aggro here. Wonder what our opponent's... Opponent's actually searching up for lands now, so... And he's got Guild Gates too, so I'm really curious what his setup is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is gonna flip. It's gonna Bane Fire for 1. That's okay. So he's gonna flip that. So I guess I played the Hazada Marshal. Combat, attack. I'm gonna hold back on the Sunhome Stalwart. Basically, I'm just holding back as much as possible. On target attacking creature. I'm actually curious what the interaction of it. Never mind. I was gonna be curious about how the interaction of this one works. So far, it looks like our opponent is just kinda dirtly, I guess. He's demonstrated everything but a win condition. He's almost about to hit Arch of Araska. Aren't Siren of Urza, so let's see what he tries to draw up.
I will defend my Achilles' choice.
Okay. He can take the Temple Garden. I really should do more research in the current meta. If he has Traumatic Compass, I'm forced to overextend with at least 2 creatures. Basically, I'm opening myself up every time. So... okay, he's gonna tap that. Or rather, untap that. Okay, so let's play Mentor of the Meek. Maybe by some fat chance we might be able to resolve this board. Okay, so opponent plays Jaya Ballard. This one's to get mana for okay, but doesn't like the hand, so it's gonna probably ditch it all. Ditching, ditch 2 lands. This is a Super Friends deck. So the okay, definitely gonna aim for Azor's Gateway. So let's give him the circuitous route. Let's see. Banefire is the one that can kill me. I think that's he's gonna aim for that, so I have to actually aim for Jaya. This is gonna be very interesting. Treasure map. Okay, so our opponent is playing Naya Control with Jaya and Karn. It's a Super Friends build. If not for the number of mythics, I approve. Okay, so let's play Johnny's Pride Mate. Pay 1. Start drawing up some cards. Got Sunhome Stalwart, so let's play the land. So let's go into combat. I'm gonna split these guys up because I want to know which one's more valuable to our opponent. Frankly, I should be swinging for our opponent because every turn I give him is a turn that he gets closer to redrawing Star of Extinction and whatnot. Okay, so Jaya is important for his win con. I'm not gonna overextend here, though I might have no choice. It does mean I'm basically bringing in all my enchantments. Subbing out the Seal Aways. Sworn Companions comes in. Yeah, tons of creatures. Okay, he is going for Big Banefire? No, Circuitous Route. Okay, that's what. He's gonna go for the Big Banefire eventually. Just need to nuke him before then. So we know the Karn is not important, so I probably should start swinging for Jaya. The Deafening Clarion's a problem. And at least he... well, the kick growth from an Ashes... He can still scry. I'm gonna play this out a bit more because I want to know what our opponent has. So he actually has a full playset. His fort is down here. He's gonna eventually use Karn to grab the last Deafening Clarion. So far, it looks like his only removal is Deafening Clarion. I am impressed if the win condition is just Karn and Jaya. Also means that I cannot keep a 4-lander like the last time. I need to be more aggressive. I suspect... okay, reveal 2 cards. Okay, he's got March of the Multi... so that's his other win con. Basically, this is a big mana deck. The Deafening Clarions is just there to buy time. Might use Jaya Ballard to ditch these cards. Though he didn't ditch the Circuitous Route last time. Okay, play the land. Not taking damage because doesn't... okay, he's gonna ditch the route this time. Or unless these are lands too. Oh, okay, ditched everything. Ditch settle because I don't have much of an offense anymore. So he's gonna crack the treasure map. Technically, I've seen enough. Well, he's gone through more than half the. He's gone through more cards than I have. He's gone through more than half his deck. Neon and War Leaders probably. Yeah, I need bigger butt creatures. So combat, attack. Does he have enough mana to kill me already? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Not quite. These tokens don't have lifelink. Never mind that. So... okay, I'm gonna... might not crack it immediately, so I'm gonna pass. Let's see what he's got. He's gonna start drawing cards. That's reasonable. He might go for a Star of Extinction, but what does this do? And each planeswalk... okay, maybe not go Star of Extinction. Well, I like this deck. At least the deck our opponent's playing. Basically, big mana punishes your opponents for being a bit dirtly. The bad news is he's gonna side in even more removal. I'm gonna be siding out a good number of my. I can't even side out my creatures. That's the problem. So actually, I'm surprised he's not trying to grab any of the previous cards. Let's hope he doesn't need any more red. Yeah, at this point he should be siding out. Actually, at this point he should stop attacking Karn. He's... okay, he's ditching cards. Reasonable.
I'll keep it fast, even with the firebolts.
Ditch growth. Ditch... okay, ditch those. It's down to 15 cards. Maybe I could win by mill. Probably not. Is he literally gonna do nothing? He might be representing Settle. I have no choice though. Actually, I do have a choice. Wait, but I'm pretty sure he has a second March of the Multitudes at this point. He didn't test it, which probably means he has a Settle. He was probably going for the Azur's Gateway to kill me off me with Banefire. It's still there. He just all he needs to do is just take it. There's no reason for a point. Yeah, he's gone for the March now. So yeah, he can block as needed. And these guys have lifelink too. So he's just gonna block this with everyone. Yeah, that's the win con. So let's he's got 7, but this is probably enough. He just needs to swing once, then burn me out. So let's go to the next game. And let's see. So we have nothing, we can't do anything about his sorceries. This is mono white. So let's see if we can do something about... so Seal Aways go, X-Alliance Binding comes in, Conclave Tribunals come in, Pride of Conquerors comes in. I need a send for this to be able to save anything. That's a problem. Actually, I might not use that. I'll keep the Moment of Triumph. I might be able to save something with it. So that leaves me with 3 cuts. Gonna probably just cut 1 Sunhome Stalwart. Keep the Pride Meats because they grow bigger. Cut 1 Bugler, I guess. Keep the Benelish Marshal, though this one lulls me to false sense of security. Settle the Wreckage will counter his march. Let's keep that giant. So I guess cut 1 Vanguard, cut 1 Marshal. No, let's keep the Marshals. I'm more willing to cut the no, let's cut the Marshals. There you go. And actually put the last Vanguard and cut the last Marshal. So this won't save me from a Banefire, but it might save me against March at least. So I have to note, our opponent hits critical at 3. We need to have definitely playing first. Definitely not keeping this. That's okay. This is better, although we don't have any early action, but we do have something. Okay, I guess I'm playing History of Benalia. So we're not able to put any early pressure on our opponent this time. This is gonna well, except for History, that will put some pressure. Treasure map, okay. Got our Leon in Vanguard, but I'm gonna go with History first. Kinda wish I had more histories, but these are mythics. Anyone can jam 4 copies of any mythic. Well, if you spend enough money, that is. Oh, the upkeep trigger. Now let's see if our opponent has Deafening Clarion. Okay, he's got the mana. He's got the Grow from the Ashes. He's not gonna go Deafening just yet. I'm gonna hold up the Moment of Triumph if I can. Benelish Marshal is a trap if I do that now. If I play Vanguard, he just Deafening Clarion, so I'm going to just... No, I don't need to mute him. So I'm just gonna deal damage to him, end the turn there. So let's see. If he goes for the Deafening Clarion, I can save 1 guy. Then that should give me enough pressure, force him to... Okay, he's gone for the 5 mana dose. Just Cleansing Nova. No, there's no Cleansing Nova. He's got something. Could really use another land right now. Could just be defensive march. I'm suspecting a defensive march of the... Oh, Settle the Wreckage. Yeah, sure. I actually need the mana. That's perfectly fine. 1 card for 2 lands. I'll accept that. And this only gets me well, I need the basics anyway. So now I guess I play the Leon in Vanguard. I guess I could play both. At least let's get the Deafening Clarion out of his hand. Yeah, the Settle looks like something that was sided in. Oh no, he had 1 main deck. I saw him discard 1. He had at least 1 main deck. He probably has more. He's probably gonna go Deafening Clarion now. Unbelievably, my first matchup is a deck that is primed very well to defeat mine. So let's see. Okay, triple red, quad red, Jaya Valor, Can still deafening Clarion.
You can turn anything into a pile of ants. Want to see what a master is capable of?
There you go. It's still deafening Clarion. That's down to 2 cards. But he's gonna start ditching cards at this point. I guess I could play Lyra, but he does have enough mana to just Banefire it. I'm just gonna play Ajani's Bridemaid. Did not tap correctly. I could have played Venelish Marshal too, but I'm actually gonna go for the defensive play. Unbelievable. My survival hinges on Moment of Triumph. Take card would be interesting also, but I actually think getting a constant amount of life is better than rather risking gaining no life. So yeah, Moment of Triumph is better right now in my opinion. Sure, you might be able to gain a ton. Okay, let's resolve that. So we know the aim is for Jaya, so I'm gonna aim. Okay, he's making a construct.
There is great power in the feet.
So he's going on the defensive. That means he's got close to zip. That means. Oh, wait, let's see what this last card is.
Prepare yourself.
If he sacrifices a token, that means he tapped incorrectly. Oh no, he's just buffing. Okay. So I'm gonna hit Jai as usual. He's gonna suspect something. At least at least this gets rid of the token. In hindsight, I might have been... Okay, so gets rid of that. Do I hold back or just play... I'm gonna play the Vanguard now. I got nothing to defend it with anyway, so I might as well just play creature... build up the board a little bit slowly. It's gonna suck if he has another Deafening Clarion, but I should expect it at least. Okay, he's gonna shoot her for cards. He can have the forest. I probably could have given him the circuitous route, but it sacrifice. Okay, he's drawing cards. He might Jaya Ballard next turn. No, not next turn. He might Jaya. Oh, okay, he's going for the mana.
How you manage this?
He's gonna burn. He's Star of Extinctions. Okay, so look, there's Star of Extinction, so at least it wipes these guys too. So he's gonna have to rebuild his Planeswalker count again. He probably has a second card at this point. Nope. Okay. I could play Lyra now. It's just gonna eat the Banefire. I could play. I'm just gonna play the Benelish Marshal first. Truth be told, my chances of winning are hinging on him having to sack his own stuff. Palaka Worm. Ooh, that's... So he's gone back up. Hold back the wreckage? Yeah, I did. Guess I'm playing Healer's Hawk. So I'm gonna try to combat in the air pass. Let's see if our opponent actually respects the settle. He doesn't respect the settle. Target, not me. Oh, and because he doesn't die, he doesn't get to draw a card. He does get a land though, so that's something. Now the question is, does this get wiped anyway? Okay, gonna go into combat first. Okay, he's got seal aways. I can answer those at least. So I'm gonna hold off on the. I'm gonna actually play Militia Bugler, try to rebuild my hand. This is okay. Johnny's Pride Mate's good, and putting the 3 planes in the bottom is just as good too. I'm still not playing all that because Deafening Clarion can still wipe this board. Once the Marshal dies, everyone else dies. Opponent's digging for cards, so that's good news. I don't think I put the Sworn Companions in. I probably could. So going for treasure map number 2. He's really digging. That's good. Well, not quite digging. He found what he needed. So it's 2 from the graveyard to the battlefield.
You should be proud to have come so far.
You know what? I'm gonna actually start pumping this up.
I will lend you my strength.
And then I'm only attacking with the Bugler. I'm gonna take my time here. Because if these guys die, he can just bring them back anyway. Thing is, I kind of anticipated the seal away. So attacking with someone with vigilance helps. I might force him to settle right here, right now, which is perfectly fine. March of the Multitudes X5. Okay, so he's forced to. How do you say? I don't want to say forced to prematurely. Well, that's kind of what he did though. He lost a ton of life, but he's down to 1 card. So I'm just gonna have to be judicious about my use of Ajani. Halaka Worm again. Memorial to Glory helps. I can play Lyra just to race. Okay, let's play Lyra to race. I also note that and that should be enough. He needs to kill the Marshal first. So we got enough to defend. Probably never gonna. There's no vigilance here though, so it's gonna be a race situation. Just waiting for our opponent to wipe the board. Okay, still scrying. It's gonna probably start drawing cards. And then probably start doing the same thing by bringing back Militia Bugler. Because getting the 3/1/1 cat tokens is it's a possibility. Let's play it safe. Let's buy back Militia Bugler. Oh wait, converted mana cost, no. Let's buy back Leonin Vanguard.
There's more work to do.
Yep, that was a mistake. I'm assuming he has the. So I'm just gonna pass the turn here. Yep, reading is tech, and I can't read. So I could attack. I'm potentially just attacking to another seal away. So I'm gonna pass that one. I'm gonna start building up into kitties. Opponent hasn't drawn through his whole deck like last time, so we got that advantage. He must have. Basically, he was by being forced to off Karn and Jaya. Okay, he's offed all his treasures too. let's resolve that. I guess I will play the Pride Mate, let it grow slowly, but I'm actually surprised. I guess our opponent is holding back on settle, so that might not happen yet. Let's crack this now. So Sunhome Stalwart can still mentor something.
Deliver us to victory.
So I'm just waiting to be able to swing with both. Probably shouldn't though. Actually, at this point, this might be a two-parter. How long have I been in this game? Okay, not that long yet, but if the matchups are going to be like this, this might be a two-parter series. Palaka Worm number 2. It's still holding back tons of cards. We're basically at a standstill at this point. Mentor of the Meek will draw me. No, it won't. Not what Benelish Marshall here. So I'm actually going to just put counters here and here.
See it yourself, what I see.
Do I need to draw the cards in even? Maybe not. I'm just gonna swing with the Marshall. He should be suspecting something if I'm... Well, he's willing to trade. I really have no idea what's in his hand. I might be giving him too much respect. So, let's... Okay, let's put the Johnny's Pride Mate. So I will draw that card. Okay, Ixalan's Binding. I'm going to I'm probably going to Ixalan's Binding Seal away because that's the one card I'm afraid of. I can't do anything about Settle the Wreckage. I could Ixalan his Pelaka Worm, but I've already dealt with... one. Actually, I'm curious how it ended up here. Oh no, I settled the first one. Okay, he's gone for a Deafening Clarion. So I'm still gonna hit the seal away, because that's... Treasure Map number 3. Fountain of Renewal. Let's scry. So I'm gonna go for the Ixalan's Binding and the Seal away. Now that gives me one creature I can attack with safely. Literally, Lyra Dawnbringer is just here to hold this guy back. Okay. I could just tap to take out the Pelaka Worm, but Seal away's out. Let's just do it next turn. Wondering what happened though. He's only played two Clarions so far. Scrying like mad too. Go for the ashes. Draw. Okay, he's basically reshuffling. He might be going for a Banefire on Lyra. I might have to crack a Johnny now. Yeah, I think I'm gonna crack a Johnny now.
I'm becoming irritated. You do not fight alone.
So let's take out the Pelaka Worm. Okay, then respect the settle. Send in the Healer's Hawk. End the turn. So basically every turn I'm just gonna be sending cats. He might have something big, but I can still afford to send cats. I actually have to take our opponent here. Him playing Star of Extinction kinda saved us a lot of trouble. I don't remember what our board position was there too. That wasn't as big as the last one with he Deafening Clarion, but I think it came to the point where he could not defend the Planeswalkers anyway. There's Jaya Ballard number 2.
I can turn
So sending,
yes,
I'm gonna be
fight
sending cats to
fire with
Jaya.
fire. But what kind of fire?
Let's see. Well, it could be Deafening Clarion number 3. Okay, there you go. So I might have to commit Lyra to... Okay, we have to respect the mana at least. Okay, tapping for 4. He's got 5 mana left. How many settles has he played? Okay, he's played 1. He's played only 1. It's not fatal quite yet. There is no Banefire, but there is a Star of Extinction. Wait, so I have to worry about that. There's no Banefire, so he could still burn with Bane, so I'm gonna... But I'm still not risking it. He's more likely to have the Settle than the Banefire. I don't feel comfortable letting our opponent do whatever he wants, even with the Ajani... Even with the Ajani emblem. Aren't Sign of Urza. Okay, so he's got 2 out. Let's see if... He's gonna start digging. He digs for Fountain or Arch. He can keep the Fountain because he's gonna have to cast it, and it'll only net him 1 card in the long run. It's possible he might have sided some cards out. Let's see what he discards though. He's probably gonna discard Seal Away, Fountain. Okay, discard. Well, I was right about the Seal Away. Cleansing Nova would be a disaster. Yeah, because he could just get these guys back. Doesn't have the Tomatic Compass this time, so I don't think he probably sided that out. I doubt that's a one-off. Okay, so opponent's taking... I won't say he's taking his time. It's more along the lines of... That saves us the trouble of dealing with Jaya, I guess. Though I probably should just... Yeah, I'm gonna do answer Jaya. Swing against Karn. opponent has answers, but he's running out of them. Guy's blessing out of nowhere might make sense though. This guy responds too, so he is representing Settle. So that's enough to kill it. He's got to play the Settle now. Yep, there's the Settle as expected, though it's possible he might have drawn into it later. Who knows? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there you go. Those are our lands. What are our opponent can only dig up the circuitous route and Arch of Araska, so I don't have to worry about him digging something bad. I might actually need to start swinging. Opponents I actually have to start ignoring Karn at this point. I won't be surprised if somehow I win this game. Next turn he starts siding in this kind of removal. So it's going to become a anti-enchantment race. He might actually bring back the... Okay, you can have the growth from the ashes. I will have to... This one, all attacking creatures target player controls, so... Not a good idea. So, but I need to ask myself, okay, he's got 2 Pelaka worms out. I killed the third one. Okay, so the Banefire extends, so he answered that one. That was eventual. Yeah, that was gonna happen eventually. Definitely Clarion answered my board. Thankfully, I can keep rebuilding the board every time. So, let's play Sunhome Stalwart. That should also be his 1, 2, 3, 4. That's his last Deafening Clarion too. He's done, and he's running out of cards. If he has Gaia's Blessing, it's I'm gonna be quite cross, but okay, he's getting Star of Extinction back. He's gonna nuke. He's probably gonna do something else. I also don't see his March of the Multitudes. That... Wait, I do see one. He's gotta have a second one somewhere. He's probably gonna win that way, so I need to... So it's a miracle I held off this long, though. I know he's got 2 copies at least, so that might be a problem. He's drawing a lot of cards, too. Can I hold off for 6 turns? Well, without any Deafening Clarions, I might be in the position where the correct answer is for me to just do nothing. I'm just gonna start of Extinction now. 1, 2, 3. Wait, March is -3, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11, 12, -3. That's 9. He can get 9 tokens out of this. This card, so that's one less problem. I still got 99 other problems. I do have a second copy of Settle. It's buried somewhere in the 26 here. He's got his Arch of Araska, so he's got more card drawn now. It's down to 5 cards. Okay, let's play Leonin War Leader because I can. Pass the turn. Deafening Clarion would be... No, not the... Cleansing Nova on... Targeting my enchantments would be bad. He's debating if he's gonna pull the trigger in March now. Probably should, I guess. Because he's got... Wait... At this... No, he's gonna pass. No, he's gonna do it in response, I guess. So we need to survive. Okay, x equals 21. So I'll be trading tokens every time. If I can draw into another settle, that'll be great. So 1, 2, 3. I have to be really careful with the clicking here too. 4, 5, 6. So I'm gonna take 14 damage. It's also a bit zero sum. If he has a third one, I'm out. Okay, that might buy me a little more time. So no attacks. 3 more kitties, so I'm gonna take 10 damage next turn. So it's diminishing returns for our opponent. Need to survive 3 more turns. Definitely not gonna play Grow from the Ashes. I just need... Drawing into a creature would be nice. Drawing into a settle would be great. Okay. 4, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19, 20, 21, 22, 26. I guess 26. Yeah, I pass. If yes, he's used 1 Bane Fire. If he has a second Bane Fire, I'm doomed. Okay, sir. If that's another, so this is 24 lands already. Yeah, let's crack this for even more. Yeah, I have to be patient with the interface, especially if your internet connection's not that great. Okay, so I'm gonna take 4, go up 3. So I'm gonna take 1 damage total. He might still have enough to Bane Fire me. Well, he has it way more than enough to Bane Fire me. That's the thing. I can attack with this guy to gain some life. I still get 3 kitties. Oh, opponent conceded because we went to the long game. Okay, so we managed to survive that one. What do we do next? I'm gonna put the Militia Bugler back in. Stalwart can go. I didn't put Sworn Companions in. This one should be okay. Yeah, I'm gonna put these 2 in. I'm gonna drop this. No, I don't think I need to. Yeah, let's drop the Sworn Companions. This package is actually correct at this point. Kinjali Sunwing is also decent, but he doesn't have that many creatures. And March of the Multitudes is end of turn anyway, so I'm not gonna get past that with Kinjali Sunwing. I might get past it if he tries to do it on defense. Yeah, this is definitely gonna be a 2-parter. So we're gonna... So I guess the competitive videos are gonna take a while. So I guess I'm gonna be doing 2 of these each week. I think our opponent might draw. Okay, our opponent kept. Our opponent's going first. I am not keeping this. I guess this is where I lose. Okay, I'm keeping this though. So, turn 1, turn 2, turn 3. Yeah, Militia Bugler, Militia Bugler. So, turn 1 Legion's Landing, turn 2 Leonin Vanguard. So, this is where we see if we can actually flip this guy. This will help us survive the long term. That emblem really was a big help. Okay, opponent's going Somatic Compass. Should expect a Deafening Clarion this turn, but I can't play around it. Fortunately, I don't have a third creature, but what the hey. I'm expecting this board to get wiped now. Deafening Clarion. Grow from the ashes. Okay, maybe Deafening Clarion next turn. I really wish I was playing the Boros version of this deck. I would have potential haste. I'd be able to flip this guy soon. So I'm gonna play the Militia Bugler. At least it nets me a card, so that's the good thing. I'll also start gaining life too. And okay, that's a wash. So much for netting a card. So I did side out a bunch of my two CMC guys. So here comes the Deafening Clarion. If he's he could be baiting a Settle. Oh no, there's the Deafening Clarion. If he was baiting a Settle, I would aim for it anyway, because flipping Legion's Landing is a big deal. So let's do the Militia Bugler again. Let's wash again. Shit. I am gonna play the healers. Nah, let's pass the turn. Could use a few more land. Well, I did wash out on 8 cards. So that's a bummer. I probably should have sided some of those out. So Militia's safe to attack now. He probably sided the seal aways. Okay. So I'm gonna play this guy. Can't get Bugler, but I can get Vanguard. However, I'm just gonna pump. Yeah. Submit.
You are capable of more than
Then attack, and he's gonna he will remember to tap this guy. But the most important thing is this guy's out of Clarion range. So next turn I have to play these two guys. Painfire X5. Oh! Takes out a Johnny instead. Oh, and he taps this one too. What's he holding up? Okay, combat. Attack. Hindsight, I probably should have played these guys first. Okay, so let's play these guys out anyway. Yeah, I made a okay, technical mistake here. I should have played these guys first. Yeah, Clarion's gonna wipe it. Thankfully, I was still able to put a counter here. He's still hamming up the mana. I will get to flip this if he doesn't do anything. He's gonna settle. I know it. I don't care. Because I get to transform this guy. That's kind of... Since our opponent's playing the long game, I have to play the long game too. Which means being willing to sacrifice my guys. My dudes. And grab some basics. So pass the turn. I probably will crack Memorial to Glory, get some dudes out of it. Then just start making some with them Adanto later. Attack and combat. My turn. Crack. So basically our opponent's not in a position where he has to Deafening Clarion to every... Well, he can untap one. He probably should. Oh, he's not? Okay. He could have saved damage there. I think he might be playing a March now. Okay, that's why. Okay, that makes sense. Well, he held up 1 mana though. That's weird. So I can defend 1. I can Moment of Triumph to even save the guy. Attack. Create a token. Block. Actually, I might be more willing to just... Okay. Yeah, because he could untap this guy in response. I'm actually not gonna defend. Okay, there you go. Sacrifice, draw a card. Yeah, I think he's trying to draw into another settle. I want to draw into settle too, but I don't have it. I would like to draw my Arch of Araska for once. Arch of Araska for once. Oh, well. Stymied. Yeah, so the reason he didn't tap this, bother to tap, is because he wants to get damage through. This doesn't quite help him. So end the turn. Yeah. Oh, it's an opponent control, so he can't save his own guy. Okay, I should have known. Okay, he's planning to play around something. He might be... Yep, life totals are a bit more even. He's going for a treasure map. He's going to start trying to draw into cards now. Benelish Marshal kind of seals the deal. He's going to scry in response. Yeah, might as well. He's probably found removal already. Yeah, it's probably gonna have to untap one, which is perfectly fine because that's an additional blocker. And turn. He's gonna have to wipe this board. He might even try to use Star of Extinction on Adanto, so no point in me making a token in that case. Actually, reminded me earlier this morning. There was a bit of a question about the Niv-Mizzet triggers. Like, if I'm trying to create a token that by casting an instant, but my opponent has triggers, should I cast it on my turn or my opponent's turn? And because Niv-Mizzet has 2 triggers, that was the answer is significantly different based on when you do cast. So our opponent's actually on the defensive now. I might actually just start swinging with the lifelink guys. Actually, at this point, the army in the can is working, so I am not beholden to... So our opponent might be beholden to block with everything. That's okay. I should have attacked with the third. Oh, okay, he's just... No, that's actually still the correct play regardless. So everybody gains life. Still holding this back because I am anticipating a Star of Extinction. Opponent seems to be stuck on the draw, I guess. Let's block. I think he's throwing the Star of Extinction now. I should have just made the token first and block with it. No, definitely Clarion. Okay, I was at... Okay, that also works too. And nice thing is, I can still make a token. Okay, points. Yeah, he missed out on this one last game. Thankfully, your opponent is down to 2 cards, and I'm the one with the... Well, not quite infinite, but renewable resources. Renewable energy of some sort. So I will play the Ajani's Pride Mate. It'll force him to use this one, though. Seal away. That's perfectly fine. Damage end. Just taking advantage of the fact that our opponent is living off, well, not quite living off the top of the deck, but virtually. So he's gonna have 2 Spires of Araska, so it's gonna be really hard for me to attack. Okay, that's a land. His last card's gonna be probably important. Okay, got your song. Okay. So combat, attack. I'll just attack with both. It'll trigger a settle. Or if not, it'll just trigger him untapping once. That's okay. I'm patient. I can deal with the hits. Nice thing is Moment of Triumph won't save my token if he does the Deafening Clarion. I can use it to save Ajani's Pride. Well, I can't save it from a seal away, but that's okay. Yeah, no point pumping that. Opponent's still kind of living off the top of the deck. I will play the Sunhome Stalwart just to bait the Clarion with the Moment of Triumph. Okay, he's gonna tap both of those out, so that should be fine. He's only played 1 settle so far. Well, attacking into that one was worth it. Oh dear. Oh wait, no, that was correct, So let's play the Sunhome Stalwart. So I really don't want to be drawing into any more lands, but it can't be helped. I've only got 9 out. Opponent's more likely to draw into Cask. Treasure map again. Okay, he's gonna start this card draw engine at this point. The bad news is if he goes for a Planeswalker, I have to sideline myself into attacking it. Did he side out all his Planeswalkers though? That might be a thing though. Okay, let's see if we can make him play his other settle. I have to play lands once in a while, just to represent that I have something. Okay, this is gonna get settled right out the bat. He's gonna draw a card, so he might actually have to dig for it. At least I know that he only has 2 March of the Multitude, so since he burned 1 already, I just need to defend against the second one. So it's gonna minimize damage. I think he's gonna hit this guy with a seal away, so Seal always has flash though. He could have just hit me now, so I think he might be trying to draw into it. Again, no need to overextend the board. In fact, I'm pretty sure the first thing he'll do is Starve Extinction Adanto, because that's been... Oh wait, 5 mana, Grow from the Ashes. Okay, he's shooting up more cards. He's more likely to draw into Gas, but he hasn't drawn enough. So we might be I dare say we might stand a chance to win this, but the board can change any minute based on what cards our opponents has. There's the Deafening Clarion. Here's the Moment of Triumph. I could have protected this guy, but frankly, this guy makes every guy bigger, so I need to protect this guy. So attack and combat. My turn. I think I should have more moment. Well, but Deafening Clarion, I guess it's starting to become a thing, so I might have to be careful there. So again, it's gonna take a while to pump these guys, but it's gonna be certain at least. It's also probably certain I'm about to eat the second Settle the Wreckage. This might just be waiting. Yeah, you should untap it. There's... I really want... Okay, Fountain of Renewal, so he's digging deeper into his card draw plan. The disadvantage of not playing blue is you have to rely on cards like these to draw cards. Well, they're still reliable. Ish. I won't be surprised if our opponent cracks this immediately. Cracks this, cracks Treasure Cove. Opponent's been... God, opponent's been stuck on his heels so far. It's actually quite a long video. We already hit the 1 hour mark at this point. It's just... And this is just the... Well, first match. I don't expect every match to turn out like this. I mean, my game against the Nexus of Fate guy was a little bit faster. Actually, that game, I really wish I got that on record. Okay, got an Arch of Araska, so we can at least start drawing our way out of this. Okay, so... yeah. Have to attack with all my creatures to bypass this. And I have to hope... But I always run the risk of overextending. Wait, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Okay. Wait, so it's 5 plus 3. Yeah, I have enough to trigger both. So I guess our opponent doesn't know how much we're holding back. That's probably the... He's not gonna let us gain life. That's a thing. So I'm just waiting for him to cast Planeswalkers that he's probably sighted out at this point. He's down to 26, where he's got an 8-card lead. Though he did scry a bunch of cards. Well, he shuffled a bunch of times too, so that doesn't matter. Start drawing into stuff. Well, I did not want to draw that. I did want to draw that one though. So, what? It's a bit too late for me to treasure to Excellence Binding that. I'm probably gonna hold this off. He still probably has Planeswalkers. There's still 26 cards. He's got about 4 Planeswalkers in total, from my best estimate. So I have to assume that. I think our opponent is probably gonna cast Settle now. That's fine. Take action. So I'm gonna end the turn. No, I'm gonna cast this guy first. It might trigger Star. It might force him to cast Star of Extinction at that point. Yeah, let's go for that. It's actually helping me a bit with the... Okay, so damage. Oh, let's cast this guy. Because the trick next turn is if he's relying on Seal Away, I can just Ixalan Binding one of this one, get my guy back, and lock him out. Okay, I won't have enough to trigger both. I probably will trigger... I'll probably trigger Arch first. That's 2 settles. I'm concerned if he has a third one. He might have to double Clarion, maybe? But wait, how many has he shot off? 1, 2, 3. No, he's got 1 Clarion left. Okay, he's going for the Banefire plan now, so that changes everything. Excellence Binding's gonna have to hit this guy now. He's okay, starting to draw into stuff. Kinda has to. So I think the play is actually to... No, let's draw a card. Because even, at least if I get to attack with this guy, that's still 2 damage going through even if he answers the War Leader. Okay. Solve that. Okay. Ditch the 0 cost. Ditch Jaya Ballard. Okay. I have so many things to do. Definitely drawing a card first. I need to get into my other stuff. He might even Banefire this guy. Grow from the Ashes is more likely, I guess. No, how many did he play? He played 1, 2. And there's a bit of lag right now. I guess with a situation like this, I'm not surprised. Okay, Banefire for 7, targeting that. Okay, we'll let that resolve. So I am gonna Binding Jaya. He's held this back, so I'm actually just gonna just crack this guy. It's a 12-12 sale. Okay, so second Arch. Excellence Binding. I wish I could answer this one, but I might need to start drawing into cards to be able to answer it. So let's pass the turn. Actually, our opponent has to start getting rid of cards that cost more than... Can't get rid of lands anymore at this point. Like what we saw. He's probably gonna crack these treasures to have some choice. There you go. It's down 21 cards. It's only close because his settled... every time he settles, gotten rid of several lands from my deck. Crack Azor's Gateway. I only know him to have 1 Bane... Okay, so he's got 1 and 3. He's only got 1 Banefire if I'm not mistaken. Probably has to cast. Well, the lands are not helping. That one actually helps. Well, so does Conclave Tribunal, so there we go. So pass the turn. I probably should play the Sunhome Stalwart eventually. Just being a bit cautious. Also, I need to be cautious too. My card draw engine might outpace. It's not gonna outpace his, but if we're gonna end up going down the wire, this might be Scarred Sign of Urza. So I'm gonna have to draw. Let's try to draw into Excellence Binding number 2. So reveal. Let's see what he's gonna get. He's got another Azor's Gateway. He can have the Circuitous Route. Let's just do it now. Okay, like that. And combat. Let's do it again. Healer's Hawk. Healer's Hawk. Yeah, it's definitely gonna prime his. Okay, so I can crack and draw a card once. No, let's leave up. Wait. Let's do count 1, 2, 3. Okay, still has one more past the turn. Did he take out our... Yeah, he took out our Johnny... yeah, he took it out with the Banefire a while ago. Yeah, it's gonna take circuitous route to try to draw into gas faster. It's probably the point where I'm gonna just draw a card once and crack a Danto instead. Or maybe not a Danto, just crack the Memorial. Thankfully, we've got enough answers in our sideboard. That's the nice thing about best of 3. Okay, got our own settle. So let's crack. And we still have enough mana to actually do this too. So let's do that. So I'll be pleasantly surprised if it turns out our opponent has a third settle the wreckage. Can't do anything about that though. Oh, he's going for the multitude? Probably shouldn't. No, he did make the mistake of counting though. So I'm going to combat, attack. Swing with all. He's probably gonna cast Multitude now just to... Okay, nope, he's gonna untap that. Okay, resolve. Okay. He's gonna tap the other Hawk. And he's... Oh, he's not gonna cast. I think he's gonna try to get me on my turn. Okay, so let's hold off. End the turn. So at least I have my insurance policy. I have enough mana to activate all 3 of my lands. Probably should Starve Extinction. No, he's not gonna star yet. Yeah, I would have started Extinction sometime right about now. Probably still buried here. It's possible he might only just have 1. I think he has 2 though. So let's see what he's got. Treasure map number 4. It's down to 10 cards. I just need to survive for the next 10 turns. Considering he conceded, he doesn't have Gaia's Blessing. Carefully. I kind of want to, at least, I want to stop when I have an... Okay, not that. I want to stop when I have another Conclave or Excellence Binding. Lyra's okay. History Benalia is kind of okay too. So let's combat, attack. This is human soldier. Okay, he's gonna tap. I'm guessing by the number of thing is, he knows I have settle. Settle number 3. No, I think he's gonna fire the March right now. Yep, March X equals 12. Okay, that's good. So we're gonna trade. That's okay. If he wants to gain more life, he'll just stack more, but let's... Okay. Okay. This looks like an act of desperation. I'm trying to sell it. I know there's... Okay, he's got his own Archer Faraska. He's gonna... He's got 9 draws left. It's possible he has a Stranded Giant. Okay, 8 draws left. Karn, okay. What? Azur's Gateway is the one with the silver counter. I'm trying to see if there's... No, it's just that. Okay, resolve. I think he's gonna dig for Deafening Clarion. He can have the Sacred Foundry. I think we might do it. He'll definitely untap these two if ever. Oh, he's holding back. He knows I have the settle. Yeah, I couldn't sell it, I guess. So in this case, I'm gonna try to draw up an answer to Karn. And that's not an answer. That's not an answer. Play Mentor. Play Sunhome Stalwart. Pay 1. That's not an answer, but that's a land. Let's play Bugler. There was one of my answers. I'll just take the Vanguard. Draw a card. There's my other answer. Good. Gets rid of the Karn. I guess I'll attack with everybody, I guess. Okay, he's gonna untap that. Gets those. Okay. Draw a card. Wait, 9, 6. Okay, 9, 7. Okay. Probably should stop playing creatures at this point. Okay, he's gonna try to trade off with War Leader. He's gonna trade off as best as he can. Wanna put a valiant effort, I must say. But that's his win condition right there. So I need to be careful about drawing cards now. for the record, it's now a death card. He could still win with a... I guess he could still catch up with the Cleansing Nova, but he's down to 5 cards. He's gonna crack them all. What can I say? This was a really long, hard-fought match. I have to give kudos to my opponent. He's down to 2 cards. He's down to 1 card. Well. How can I say? This was a really good one. I hope I can find this guy in the in Discord or Facebook or the Facebook group. Man, I gotta hand it to this guy. I really want to know what his... Oh wait, he's got mana. He's gonna go for the Star of Extinction. Yeah, he might as well. He's got it in hand already. Oh wait, he's just tapping everything. I think this... Could this be tap concede? No, can't be it. He's leaving up 4 mana. Main fire for 10. Does he have a way to copy it? Well, I think he's hoping I don't respect the settle. I am actually gonna respect it, because I don't need to draw cards anyway. Yeah, that's a good game. No. Okay, thankfully he conceded. I guess he was trying to represent settle, but I probably wasn't gonna fall. Usually, if a person does not fall for set, no, he was not doing that. It is highly unlikely that a person who's played around settle is gonna fall for a settle. Actually, okay, this helps me a lot for the next build, but that's near the future. So let's collect our meager prize, and let's take a break because we are not finishing this one today. So that's it for this episode of the Magic Arena Run. If you like what you saw, I certainly did. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. I could have used this, but nah, it's okay. And don't forget to check out notifications. Don't forget to check out any of my previous decks. See if there's anyone that you want me to do. I got a message from someone saying that he liked one of the past decks. That's actually what brought me back to doing this one. I'm a bit away from doing the mono blue deck though, so I might cycle backwards instead. So I guess next up might be green, but we might have to finish this one first. We'll see how long it takes, but that's it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you guys again next time.